Hey guys, what's up? It's 8-Bit Eric. Today, we're going to check out a first-person horror game that just came out on the Nintendo Switch. It's October. What better time than now to review something spooky and scary? Today, we're taking a look at Don't Knock Twice. As I mentioned, this is a horror game, and there's not too many on the Nintendo Switch at this moment. This is one of the earliest ones out of a whole set that are starting to come out, with this being one of the first ones. Is it any good? Let's go ahead and take a look at the Nintendo Switch version of this game right now. So, Don't Knock Twice is a first-person horror game that was previously on Steam and PS4 and even had VR support on these other systems, but evidently on the Switch there is no VR. Does that hinder the gameplay? Possibly a little bit. I think VR on games like this is actually rather neat. Unfortunately, the Switch version, no VR. Maybe one day? Who knows? It's actually based on a movie that came out in 2016. You take the role of Jess, a mother who had to give away her child at a young age. And then there's like a witch and weird paranormal type of stuff that happens in this game. Don't want to give too much away of spoilers, but there's a lot of mystery, a lot of having to explore this house, trying to find out exactly what happened to your daughter. It's really creepy. The atmosphere is actually pretty intense early on in the game when you're first getting acquainted to the environment, and that's actually a good thing when it comes to games like this. The gameplay mostly consists of walking around this creepy house. You're given a mobile phone and a candle. The mobile phone is equipped with things to guide you through the house, and it also leaves hints to what challenges or puzzles lay ahead of you. You explore the mansion and pick up random clues, basically. So a witch pops out of nowhere, you find all these items, you summon her accidentally, and everything is just pretty outrageous. Normally, I would be terrified at something like this, and to admit, like I said, the atmosphere, the style of the game presents itself really wonderful at first, but then you start to run into some problems that unfortunately plague the Nintendo Switch version, which is some bad frame rate issues. Now, when I'm saying bad frame rate issues, I'm talking horrendous. This drops to like below 30 frames per second at times, and it often causes you to have trouble interacting with items, because this whole game is just like Layers of Fear and other games like that. You have to interact with objects that you find throughout the house, certain clues, things get triggered, certain cutscenes, sounds, environmental scares, jump scares, and with a slow frame rate, it just is not really effective enough to have to deal with on a version on the Switch that just came out, and it just seems like it was a bad port of this game. The game does run along a quite linear path. Some of the puzzles can be tricky. When picking up objects, you can either drop them or throw them. Use ZR to pick up the item, and R is used to actually use it. Sometimes it's just way too easy to accidentally drop an item or kind of get stuck using it, the shovel being the main example. And you have to backtrack a lot to go get the item, to find out where you dropped it on the ground, first of all. And if it's glitching out or if the frame rate's bad and the game just ain't working, it's a whole mess. It's like a spaghetti shit. There's no inventory system, which would have helped ease this issue, or even being able to assign items to buttons. Don't Knock Twice is a type of game that the Switch does not currently have a lot of. And honestly, I gotta say the game truly is not that scary. The first 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so of the atmosphere will get you. It's effective, but once you get into the whole smorgasbord of the problems that this game has issues with, then you'll see the only scariest thing about Don't Knock Twice on the Switch is the way it performs. There's not too many threats in this game. It's more psychological than anything. And you'll run into all the most traditional scary movie cliches. And it's really nothing new. The puzzles are not that great, to be honest. Especially with most of them being pretty easy or explained in clues without any effort. It's not why the game is so bad. It's these frame rate issues. I wish I could get past it. But the state that Don't Knock Twice currently is in is not worth paying full price for this game. This game has a lot of potential. If it gets patched really good, then I can recommend it. But till then, do not buy Don't Knock Twice until it gets improved upon. I don't know how all that stuff works. I just know that this is a common complaint that I've seen in a lot of people's reviews about this game, and that's unfortunate because a game in this genre has a lot of potential to do really well on the Nintendo Switch. The game does take less than 2 hours to complete, and once you're done, that's pretty much it. There's not much replayability in types of games like this. Same with Layers of Fear. When I played that, once I was done, I was done. You walk through the game, there's nothing really new afterwards when you complete it. There's some collectibles and some secrets that you can find, but that's about it. There's actually no desire for me to go back and complete the game. Don't Knock Twice is refreshing, though, for the Nintendo Switch, considering a lot of the indies and a lot of games that we're getting in the eShop are all these retro-styled, old-school platforming games that use 8-bit and 16-bit graphics. It was nice to see something trying to use a realistic, scary approach. Unfortunately, it was not executed correctly, and therefore I can't recommend it right now. Maybe later on if it gets improved, like I said. Until then, don't knock twice. Don't even buy this game twice. And well, guys, that's it for today's review. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to leave a sub, comment, and like below, or else I'm going to be at the corner of your bed tonight.